Okay, we are back. And yeah, I'm still here. Hi. Violent wind rages. She must have gotten back her true powers by obtaining a true master. Saber is unlike anything she was before. What? I'm not the only one that gasps. Even Archer is fascinated. Rising swirls of magical energy and armor that can never be damaged. There seems to be no end to this overwhelming power. This is Saber, the heroic spirit of the sword, said to be the strongest servant. Damn, I was gonna let her make a contract with Reen, but the order is getting mixed up. That was a murmur. Archer murmurs while looking at Saber. He must not have had enough he must not have enough to spare to pay attention to me now. So, what will you do now, Saber? Since you have made a contract with Reen, you truly have no connection with Amyashiro now. I believe I told you, Archer. My oath is with Shiro. My oath with Shiro will never go away. Saber is firm. Archer clucks his tongue and grips his twin swords again. Rather, what are you going to do now, Archer? I will stop you with all my might if you try to kill Shiro. Now will be the time to rethink. You do not think you have a chance to win against me now, right? Saber's warning is true. Saber would not lose even to Berserker now. No matter who he may be, Archer cannot match Saber. He should know that more than anyone, but... How can you be so confident when all you got back is some magical energy? Archer charges. Their weapons clash. Archer charges in at Saber like a red bullet and attacks her with all his might. Saber receives the blows like nothing. Neither the size difference nor Archer's momentum matter. Saber repels Archer's sword without flinching. Archer, the one who attacked, is the one who retreats. The attack made with all his strength, a blow that should not need to be repeated is. Not only is it blocked, but his body loses balance as well. Archer steps back. There. Saber's sword attacks him like surging waves of raging fire. Archer can only defend against her attacks. Saber's sword will kill him if he tries to counter. No, first of all, he does not have anything to spare for a counterattack. The only resistance Archer is allowed is to block Saber's attack until he runs out of energy. That should not take long. The magical energy in Saber's sword scrapes away Concho and Bakuya with each attack. The twin swords cannot take any more, and Archer's arm should be powerless by now. The match is settled rather quickly. Archer falls to one knee, unable to stand against Saber's assault. Saber swings down her sword as if to finish him off. Archer blocks it by crossing his twin swords in front of him. The battle is at an end. Even though he blocks Saber's blow, Archer cannot move. Saber's swords will split his head in two if he loosens his power on the twin swords. Archer puts power into his arms to stop Saber's blow. Sweat forms on his forehead and he's breathing hard. In contrast, Saber's breathing is normal. It is impossible for Archer to beat Saber in hand-to-hand combat. This is it, Archer. It might have been different if you were in perfect condition, but you cannot fight on with your depleted strength. You were worried about me earlier, but that goes the same for you. You should have no magical energy left since you used that many noble phantasms to defeat Castor. Furthermore, you do not have a master to keep you in this world. What can you do when you have no supply of magical energy? That is needless worry, Saber. Servant Archer has the ability to remain even after the master is gone. I should be able to stay in this world for 2 days even without a master. That is enough time for me to kill that kid. Ridiculous. Are you still talking about such a thing? Are you saying your wish is not the Holy Grail but to kill Shiro? Archer doesn't answer. His cold eyes stare at the troubled Saber. How can it be? Archer, your wish is a mistake. Why? Why do you wish for such an end? Even if you do so, you will not be saved. Saber bites her lips and stops from saying so. I'm mistaken, huh? The muscles on Archer's arms bulge. He looks at Saber once. That is my line, Saber. How long are you going to hold on to that foolish wish of yours? He sits with eyes staring far away. Archer? Saber's sword loosens up. Using that opening, Archer gets up and kicks Saber with his freed leg. Even though she's knocked back, Saber lands gracefully. The situation hasn't changed at all. Saber is protecting me and facing Archer, who has Tosaka trapped within a cage of swords behind him. The distance between them is 5 meters again. I knew it. But I cannot match you in sword technique, huh? With that, Archer empties his hands. The twin swords disappear, and he confronts Saber unarmed. Archer, does that mean you will give up now? Of course not. You're misunderstanding me. I'm Archer. I'm not someone who fights using a sword to begin with. With those words, I am the bone of my sword. He begins this spell in a voice I can't hear. Stop, Archer! I do not! Saber, someone will eventually appear to release you. It does not seem like that it is this time, and I will probably have a connection with you again next time. Unknown to death, nor known to life. His spell echoes through the temple. There's no change. A long spell that should affect the surroundings. Magic influences the world, but a spell does not appear to affect the world, but instead. But that is still far off. Right now, my objective is to kill Emyashiro. If you're going to try and stop me, I will not hold back against you, even in this world. He raises his left arm. Does that complete a spell? Unlimited Blade Works. He clearly speaks out and changes the world. Fire runs. It runs across the floor and looks like a white line. Is the surrounding fire a boundary line? The color of the fire fills my vision and paints the temple. After that, my surroundings are replaced by the strange world. Oh, this has to be the thumbnail. I ended the last episode because I was like, I want that saber to be the thumbnail. But now it has to be Archer. It has to be Archer. Pain fills my brain. I can tell. I understand what his magic was. What this absurdity is. I shouldn't be able to understand, but I can tell what this is, whether I want to or not. And that makes my brain boil. In short, this is a steel manufacturing factory. Burning fire and turning cogwheels. A field of swords without owners extends to the horizons of the desert. All the swords in the ground are famous. Concho and Bakuya originally came from this world. An almost infinite projection of weapons. Innumerable weapons make this place seem like a waste yard. The Knight in Red reigns as the center of this kingdom of rubble. This is... The confused voice is Saber's. Inside the illusionary fire that is not even hot, she watches the Knight in blank amazement. Reality marble. A great forbidden magic that puts form to the user's mind and violates reality. So you're not a swordsman, nor an archer, but... Yes, I was a magus before I became a heroic spirit. Tosaka sounds disinterested. Could it be? Did she already know Archer's true identity? And hang on, I need water! I need water! Then Archer, your noble phantasm is... I have no such thing. I do not wield any holy swords nor demonic swords. The only thing I have is this world. If a noble phantasm is the symbol of a heroic spirit, this reality marble is my noble phantasm. I can reproduce and store any weapon that I see the original of. This is my ability as a heroic spirit. Saber gasps. She looks with blank amazement at the extending graveyard of swords in the desert. The ashen sky and steel wasteland devoid of all life. This is your world, Archer? Yes, I do not mind if you like to test it out. I shall reproduce that holy sword of yours. My holy sword? Are you saying that knowing is true identity, Archer? Are you saying that knowing is true identity, Archer? Of course. A weapon of such rank cannot be perfectly reproduced, but I can get it close. What will happen in that case? Will the people around us survive when the two holy swords clash? Archer, you... Yes, you do not use your holy sword, Saber. I'll have to oppose you if you do. In that case, the ones to disappear would not be us, but the people around us. Knowing you would protect that kid at the cost of your own life. Even if I die, I will project the holy sword. In that case, only Emyashiro would survive. That would be pointless. Archer raises his left arm. The swords beneath him float up one by one. Do not oppose it. You should not die instantly if you are lucky. You can have your master heal you after it is all over. Archer points at Saber. The numerous swords point towards Saber. All of these weapons are sure to kill. You can dodge them, but in that case, give up on the kid behind you. And he gives the command. The numerous swords are shot. Saber does not move. She confronts them, intending to deflect all the weapons using her sword, even prepared for her own death. Trace, on! I can't think because of my headache. My magic circuit can only handle one more projection. My insides are burned up and almost melted. But such concerns vanished when I saw this world. Before I realize it, I have jumped up, run to Saber, and I'm glaring at the annoying swords. Shiro! No, quickly! I don't care. For now, the oncoming 18 swords. Analysis of all of them cannot be completed with my eyes alone, so my senses go wild and go past the fastest speed. Go faster and faster and faster. They approach. Something like a cocking hammer goes down on my head. Don't. I stick up my left arm. I have no doubts. I've copied him so many times. If there is nothing wrong with my theory, be ridiculous, damn it! There's no way I can reproduce the rain of swords in front of me. Oh. Broken pieces fly around. When I open my eyes, his reality marble has disappeared. The only thing there are broken pieces of swords and a hellish nausea, as if my organs have come up to my throat. After glaring at me in disgust, "Hey, Archer, you!" He takes out Tosaka from the cage of swords and restrains her. Tosaka struggles to get away from Archer. What did he do? Archer places his hand on Tosaka's neck and renders her unconscious. And he leaves the temple. With Tosaka in his arms, Archer jumps to the stairs leading up. Where are you going, Archer? To a place where there won't be any intrusions. I'm out of magical energy as well. I don't have enough power to defeat both of you. Are you taking Reen as a hostage? No, she is in exchange. As long as I have her, that kid has to come after me. But more importantly, Reen is your master now. Even if you want to protect that kid, you should not be able to put his life over your master's. I bear my nausea. I strain my fainting mind and listen to what he has to say. The outskirts. And I say so with shaking throat, not even able to look up. What? I said the forest in the outskirts of the town. There's an empty castle there. We won't cause trouble for anyone there. Shiro, you want to complain to me, right? Fine, I'll listen. I also have complaints against you. My vision flickers. Even as I speak, I feel sick as if in another dimension. The forest outside the city. I see the Ainsworn Castle is there. There certainly should be no interruptions there. That is good determination, Emiya Shiro. Shut up. But I don't want to hear meaningless things. If I do hear them, I won't be able to hold this nausea in and I might vomit out my organs. Do something to Tosaka before then, and I'll kill you with Saber for sure. I make this oath. I violently scratch my forehead, tearing off the skin in an attempt to silence my headache. Alright, I shall guarantee a day of her safety and deference to the specification of the place. But hurry, I don't have time as I have no master. My body should not last 2 more days. I might kill my hostage out of anger if I cannot kill you in that time. Leaving an annoying laugh, Archer disappears. I slump to the floor, unable to keep my eyes on him. Shiro, it is too early for you to use the same projection as Archer. An arm comes to support me as I start to fall. I'm sorry, Saber. He got Tosaka. I suppress my headache and manage to get up. Shiro, that is fine. Reen is safe. Archer should not do anything to Reen. You are in more of danger right now. You should leave Reen to me and rest at your place. No, I don't have such time. I try to finish, but I start to faint. Damn, I can't even complain, huh? I will listen to you later. I'll take you to the house for now. That is fine, right? Hey. I don't even get to object. Saber supports me and starts to walk to the stairs. All right. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one, where I probably won't have facecam for probably the next couple until I see any kind of feedback on this. So yeah, with that being said, bye-bye.